So after its initial opening weekend of $357.8 million, literally doing the impossible. Nobody predicted that. Avengers Endgame heads into its second weekend with some massive numbers again. This time, it's looking more unrealistic again. So naturally, to get these numbers, people are crunching things, looking at the hype, looking at pre-orders for tickets, and looking at how the film compares to the other ones in the series. Naturally, comparing it to the likes of the original Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, and most importantly, Avengers Infinity War. Now, going into the weekend, people are suspecting it's going to get a drop anywhere from 50 to 65-ish%, which is, of course, standard for a blockbuster, but this film really doesn't mean anything, considering going into the second weekend, it's looking like it's going to do around $155 to $160 million in its opening, like this weekend for the 3 days. So, what exactly does that mean? Well, to put it simply, it's going to make more than most films do in their opening weekends on its second weekend, which is kind of insane. And it's this big opening this weekend that it's going into, versus a few, I guess, smaller films. It doesn't really matter, though, like Tolkien, that was never supposed to be a big competitor. It's kind of interesting considering when we look forward to other films coming out, it's doing rather well going into what people think is going to be a film that has long legs. Now, at the same time, you're looking at, let's say, $150 million this weekend. You're probably looking at 70 to 80 the following weekend, optimistically, which could have it, going for number one again, which would be rather insane. But this weekend, with these types of numbers going into it, once again, you never know. Originally, they were like, it's never going to even pass 300 million. There is no way it does that in its opening weekend. And then it beat that by almost like a full 60 million, right? So this is kind of the territory we're in right now. Somebody could literally come out and go 200 million, and everybody's going to laugh at them, and they could be right. That's where we're at right now. So we'll get back to this probably on Sunday afternoon. Monday, more realistically, we'll have the official numbers, but Sunday we should have an idea of just how big it was for this weekend.